Any successful gardener will tell you that their success starts and ends with the health of their garden soil. So if your soil looks like this, or this, or this, or maybe this, quick fix here is to just go ahead and pile on 6 to 12 inches of new soil right on top of your existing soil. Now, if you haven't noticed this, professional landscapers do this all the time. Now, if this isn't an option, we've got some work to do. Now, after moistening the soil, I like to use the stick and wiggle method. So you're gonna take your garden fork and you're gonna stick it into your soil and wiggle it back and forth. So you're gonna stick and wiggle, stick and wiggle. You can also use a shovel and kind of turn the soil, but I find it best to use the garden fork. And again, just stick and wiggle. Also, while you're going through your soil, make sure you're removing any kind of sticks, weeds, rocks, or any big clumps of clay that you find. All right, so this is how I know this method works, because as you can see, my soil is pretty darn good. And I did this about a year ago. We just had the fence installed and those fencers just trampled the salvia that we had planted over here. So again, your soil's not gonna be as good as mine, and it's gonna take much more work to get a depth that it's gonna aerate the soil, that you're breaking it all apart. You're probably gonna need to just continue to moisten it, you know, just get it nice and moist and fork it like 2 to 3 times. And I just said that. Anyways, you're gonna wanna continue to just do this over and over and over again. You're gonna break it apart. You're gonna continue to get the soil moist and then use your fork to break it apart and kind of just do this over and over and over again till you get about 6 or 8 inches deep. I just watched that back and I said moistening, forking, and 8 inches deep all in the same sentence. I'm gonna get banned from YouTube. Okay, so now that you've broken your soil up, we're gonna go ahead and use what's called soil conditioner. So this is not compost, this is soil conditioner. So it's a different product. You're gonna find it at any major like nursery out there. But basically what you're gonna go ahead and do is I like to add 1 bag of this to 1/3 bag chicken manure. This has humus, it has lime, it has earthworm casting, it already has some chicken manure in it. The point of this product though is to not only add nutrition back to your soil, but it's also gonna add drainage to it while allowing the soil to then go ahead and dry out. So when you go ahead and water it, it's not gonna sit on the top anymore. It's gonna, percolate into the soil. It's also going to allow it to dry out. So in between waterings, it's not gonna hold any kind of soil like maybe a clay soil would. And again, it's gonna have the nutrition that your plants, or hopefully your new plants, are going to need. Last step here is to go ahead and spread everything out evenly over the area we're trying to condition. We're gonna use our fork and our shovel and really mix this in with our native soil. We wanna mix it in at least to about 1 foot deep. And while we're at it, remove any kind of rocks or sticks or anything else that pops up to the top of the soil. We're also going to avoid stepping in the area that we're working. We don't want to recompact the area, so try not to step in the area that you're working. And if it's a large area, try to work from the center out. Now, each year, what you're going to go ahead and do is in spring, push back your mulch, and you're going to add another layer of 1 inch deep compost. And after about 2 to 3 seasons, you're going to have the best soil on the block. All right, well, there you have it. Hopefully your soil looks a lot better. I'm sure it has better color, it drains better, and it's got the nutrition it needs for plants. Speaking of plants, these are the ones that I'm putting in the garden that we just worked on. This is gonna go in the front. This is a white Gara. Next to that is gonna be a Pennisetum grass called Hamlin. And then next to that is gonna be some purple Caradonna Salvia. I'm also planting 3 David Austin roses in that garden bed, which I can't wait to show you. So check them out in the video. They're either here or here. And make sure you subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you in the next one.